When billionaire Daniel Royce's young daughter went missing on New Year's Eve, he never expected her rescuer to be someone so humble. But what the security guard did that night left him speechless and changed both their lives forever. The Royce estate was the epitome of opulence. On New Year's Eve, it was alive with the sounds of clinking glasses and laughter as Daniel Royce hosted the city's most extravagant party. The guest list was filled with celebrities, politicians, and tycoons, all eager to bask in Daniel's aura of success. Yet, amid the glitz and glamour, one person seemed out of place: 7-year-old Lily Royce, Daniel's daughter. Lily, a curious and adventurous soul, was often overlooked in her father's high-powered world. She wandered around the party, unnoticed by the adults engrossed in their conversations. The distant sparkle of fireworks outside the estate's massive windows caught her attention. Drawn by their beauty, she clutched her small teddy bear and slipped past the gates of the estate, stepping into the chilly streets beyond. Meanwhile, across town, Samuel Martin was finishing his shift as a security guard at a local shopping mall. Unlike the guests at Daniel's party, Samuel had no grand celebrations planned. He lived a modest life, working long hours to support his family, including his younger brother, who dreamed of becoming a musician. Samuel had promised himself a quiet New Year's night, reflecting on his plans for the future. As Samuel prepared to head home, a flicker of movement caught his eye near a park bench. There, shivering in the cold, stood a little girl clutching a teddy bear. She looked frightened and out of place among the revelers. Samuel approached carefully, his warm demeanor putting Lily at ease. "Hey there, little one," he said softly, kneeling to her level. "Are you lost?" Lily's eyes brimmed with tears as she nodded. "I can't find my house," she whispered. Samuel's heart ached at her vulnerability. He knew he couldn't leave her alone on a night like this. Realizing the child needed help, Samuel decided to stay with her until they could find her family. "Don't worry, we'll figure this out," he reassured her, draping his jacket over her shoulders to keep her warm. The streets were bustling with New Year's Eve revelers, the sounds of cheers and music filling the air. Samuel, however, tuned out the noise, focusing entirely on Lily. He led her to a nearby diner, a cozy spot that offered respite from the cold. As they sat at a booth, Samuel ordered a hot chocolate for Lily and a coffee for himself. He gently asked about her parents. "My daddy's name is Daniel Royce," she said between sips. Samuel's eyebrows raised in recognition. Everyone in the city knew the Royce name. "Well, Miss Lily," he said with a smile, "we'll make sure you get back to your daddy." Despite her fear, Lily began to relax in Samuel's presence. The two struck up a conversation, sharing stories. Lily spoke about her teddy bear, her love for fireworks, and how she often felt lonely in the big house. Samuel listened intently, his heart breaking for the little girl, who, despite her wealth, seemed to lack the one thing she needed most: genuine care. Meanwhile, back at the Royce estate, chaos had erupted. Daniel had just realized Lily was missing, and panic gripped him. He immediately organized search parties, contacting the police and deploying staff to comb through the surrounding neighborhoods. The thought of his daughter wandering alone in the city sent a wave of dread through him. As the hours ticked by, Samuel decided to head to the nearest police station with Lily. Along the way, they encountered various obstacles. A group of rowdy revelers accidentally knocked Lily's teddy bear out of her hands. Samuel quickly retrieved it, calming her tears and proving his unwavering dedication to her safety. The pair also passed by a street performer, and Lily's eyes lit up for the first time that evening. Samuel paused to let her enjoy the music, cherishing the brief moment of joy it brought her. Around midnight, as Samuel and Lily neared the police station, the sound of a car screeching to a halt startled them. A sleek black SUV pulled up, and out stepped Daniel Royce, his face a mixture of relief, anguish, and something else, fear. "Lily," he cried, rushing to his daughter and scooping her into his arms. Tears streamed down his face as he held her tightly. "Are you hurt? Are you okay?" he asked, his voice trembling. Lily smiled, her grip on her teddy bear tightening. "Daddy, I'm okay," she said, then pointed to Samuel. "This is Mr. Samuel. He helped me." Daniel turned to Samuel, his expression shifting from relief to curiosity, but also suspicion. "You found her?" "Thank you," he said, his voice tight with emotion. "Where was she?" Samuel, unfazed by the initial hint of mistrust, explained calmly. "She was near the park, sir, cold and frightened. I stayed with her to make sure she was safe." Before Daniel could respond, the sound of tires screeching again filled the air. Another car, this one unfamiliar and battered, pulled up suddenly. A man jumped out, his face pale with desperation. "Hey, that's my daughter," he yelled, pointing at Lily. Chaos erupted. Daniel's protective instincts kicked in, and he shielded Lily behind him. Samuel quickly stepped between the man and Daniel, his calm but firm demeanor diffusing the tension. "Sir, I think you've got the wrong child," Samuel said, gesturing toward Lily. "This is Lily Royce." The man paused, confusion overtaking his anger. I'm sorry," he stammered. "I lost my little girl tonight. She looks just like her." His shoulders sagged, and he stepped back toward his car. Lily clung to Daniel's leg, her voice trembling. "Daddy, what's happening?" Daniel knelt down, holding her face gently. "Nothing, sweetheart." "Everything's okay," he said, casting a grateful glance at Samuel, who nodded subtly. As the man drove off into the night, Daniel stood and turned back to Samuel. His initial wariness melted away, replaced by a genuine respect. You didn't just find her. You protected her," Daniel said, his voice breaking slightly. Samuel nodded modestly. "She's a brave little girl. It was an honor to keep her safe." As Lily recounted her adventure on the way home, Daniel listened intently, his gratitude growing with every word. He realized Samuel had not only kept his daughter safe, but had also shown her kindness and warmth, qualities Daniel himself had neglected. For the first time in years, Daniel felt humbled. But more than that, he felt inspired to make a change in his own life, starting with being a better father. Back at the estate, Daniel insisted Samuel join their New Year's celebration. Initially hesitant, Samuel agreed after Lily's persistent pleas. For the first time, Samuel experienced the opulence of the Royce world, but his focus remained on Lily, who clung to him like an old friend. As the night wound down, Daniel pulled Samuel aside. "What you did for my daughter tonight," he began, his voice trembling. "I can't thank you enough. You showed her more care in one evening than I have in years." Moved by Samuel's selflessness, Daniel offered him a life-changing opportunity, a new job managing security for the Royce properties, complete with a generous salary and benefits. Samuel was taken aback but accepted, knowing it would allow him to better support his family. As Samuel prepared to leave, Lily hugged him tightly. "Promise you'll visit me?" she asked. Samuel chuckled and nodded. "I promise." This New Year's Eve wasn't just a celebration, it was a reminder of the power of kindness and how one selfless act can change lives. If you enjoyed this story, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Happy New Year from our family to yours.